How do I know when it is time to finally step away from doing my business? How do I get out of the day-to-day? That is a question that I get almost weekly as a business coach. And I'm going to share with you my 3-phase step back test to know if you are ready to step away from the operations of your business. If you're new here or you don't know who I am, my name is Tanner O'Brien. I'm the CEO of ActionCOACH Benefic Group. I am the founder of Benefic Marketing and the author of The Ownership Advantage. I've spent the last 6 years working in our family business to grow from under $200,000 in revenue to well over $1 million today, using these simple tactics that I share with you in these particular videos. So the step back test. The step back test comes in 3 phases. Phase 1 is documenting by department. So the best way to do this is I encourage taking a 5-day absence from whatever department that you want to take the time in. Let the team know. Let them know that you're going to be taking some time away from that particular department for 5 days. Tell them that their job over that time period is to simply document everything that breaks. Document the things that work. Make notes as they go, and anything that's broken, we'll come back and fix after those 5 days. What this process does is anytime that you step back, it allows you and your team to find the things that required you in the first place, the things that break, the systems that don't work. It allows us to identify those key areas and then spend time over the next week fixing them, resolving them, moving them forward so you can do another 5-day test. Once you've done one department, move on to the next one. And do this methodically between marketing, sales, client fulfillment, finance, each time refining that process to determine what breaks and how do we fix the systems so that they don't break the next time around. Once you've gone through each of the departments, we move into phase 2. Phase 2 now is a 30-day test. So we extend from 5 days to 30 days, and we look for the same things. Now on a longer time horizon, what decisions don't get done if you're not in the business? What things break? What systems break down under their own weight? What areas crumble as a result of you being out of that department for 30 days? And I'm talking no decision making, no doing of the work, no management of the team. Let's see what happens. Document each time and come back and fix the things as you go. Do 30 days in one department and then move on to the next. Once you've done this in all of the departments, now we move on to phase 3. Phase 3 is all about taking a full business-wide break. This is the fun one. This is the one that most people start to feel a little uneasy about, but when it starts working, gives them the most freedom. We've just gone through and we've systemized and we worked on different things in the business. Now it's time to take 5 days off from the complete business. The big difference this time around in phase 3 is you don't tell the team that it's coming. You simply say, I'm taking time off. I can't check Slack messages. I'm not going to be able to read my email. I'm not available by phone. I am going to be completely disconnected for 5 full days. And then you take the time off. This will tell you exactly what's happening in your business. If the 5 days go well, heck, if the 5 days go by and your business actually gets better as a result, then we move on to a 14-day trial. And you can break this up throughout the year. As you work through this process, go 5 days, then go 14 days, come back, see what's broken, fix anything that may need to be, then do it again for 30 days. And then eventually 90. Once you get to 90, most of the major things are going to come out that still need your decision. And this may turn out to be things like business planning, quarterly planning, budget building. Things that require a little bit more vision might be the last few things that will flush out in the 90-day trial. Going through this process from 5 days to 30 days with the team working with you, and then shifting into a business-wide step back where you go 5 days, 14 days, 30 days, and then 90 days will give you every piece of information that you need in order to build a business that can work without you in it every single day. The key with this is to really recognize that things are going to break. The question is what breaks and why does it break? Because that information is gold for you in the business. We can build systems all day long. We can think that they're going to work until they're finally pressure tested. When you walk through this process, you're taking away some of the risk and making it easy to catch things before they become major problems. It also empowers your team to start thinking like owners, thinking like managers, and give them ownership over the result in their particular departments. When you start building a business that can truly work without you so that you can live a life that works for you, you're creating what I call a pillar. Because when life hits, and life almost always hits, the business is either going to become a pillar or it's going to be an anchor. If it's an anchor, it sucks the life out of you. It takes all of your time and energy and doesn't allow you to show up when life needs you, for your family, for your friends, for your acquaintances, for your community. When the business is a pillar and you have moments like that and you've done the step back test and you've gone through this process of building something that can work in your absence, then you know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if all else fails and life throws you a curveball, the business is going to continue to run and act as a pillar that everything else can stand up on. All of this is in my latest book, The Ownership Advantage, which comes out in September 2026. If you want to be one of the first to get a copy, the link to the launch list is below in the description. So there you have it, the step back test. Phase 1, document by department. Phase 2, extended department test. And phase 3, a business-wide step back. Do this step by step, and you'll start to build a business that can work without you. And as always, let's go build some amazing businesses together.